what's going on, world? It's your girl, NeffyRaps. It's the vibe session right here, Power 214 Radio. Listen, y'all, we always feature the dopest independent artists, not only from right here in the Triple D, but from all over, y'all. Listen, man, we excited to have Holy Waddah on the show today. What's going on, man?
It's your boy Holy Waddah on the building Milwaukee stand up. Shout out to Power 214 and thank you for doing the interview and showing me love. Let me come through and hang out with y'all.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a whole vibe, okay? So let the people know where you from today, Holy Waddah.
Doing things here, we're on the board. There's a lot of artists here. We pop up in the building. Get up there where we're supposed to be. Waiting a long time.
Okay, so y'all ready. I like that. So your name is real interesting. So I gotta ask you, how'd you come up with your artist name?
Well, you know me, I'm real humble. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, I'm a real like holy person, not as far as in like biblical terms, but in worldly terms too, as it is. You know, I just allow so much to just go the other way and just because when you get mad about it, there's nothing you can do. It's gonna just knock you off what your course is. You're on a course to do something. You can't get sidetracked from that by upset about what's going on people around you. So that's where the holy came from in the water because I got the drip. You know, everything I touch, I just drip on that joint. I don't play no games with it.
Wow, drip on them, flex on them real quick, Holy Waddah, flex on them. Okay, I like that. Dope. So to me that makes it seem like you really, into kind of that manifestation, putting that whole vibe out there. So that's super dope. Am I right about that? Kind of a little bit. Okay. All right. Cool. I can't be mad at that. So listen, Holy, well, there's a lot going on, right? We talked a little bit about this before, but COVID's going on, BLM is going on, and everybody kind of right now is having like this mental health conversation because Kanye just had like a crazy episode. We all are feeling like it's a situation going on. Are you a fan of Kanye? Yes or no? And if so, how do you feel about like what's going on right now?
Because I'm a big fan of his music because to me he makes some genius music. I mean, we're not supposed to call ourselves perfect and genius, but his music it touched so many emotional parts of your body. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, he dropped something that everybody can relate to throughout his entire career. No, because I don't like the Kanye that I'm seeing right now in front of me. You know what I mean? He's saying a lot of crazy things, all the wrong stuff that's definitely not gonna get the culture to ride with him. We kind of looking at him like, what? So I don't like to look at him in that light because I love his music. I've been a fan of him for a long time before he started rapping when he was just producing. So to see something like that is kind of like a sad thing for me. That's kind of like looking at somebody that's almost like an idol to me, and then I'm seeing them like, man, how you talking bad on your people? And then you got the facts to prove that, to back you up what you're saying, and I don't believe you do. So I still got love for the guy, but I just ain't Team Kanye right now.
Yeah, it's a weird space. I'm still like, I'm still wondering where the college dropout Kanye went. Like, what happened? You know what I mean? But for me, it's just like we're the people that care about him. Like, we're the strong women around him. Because listen, I gotta speak real quick for the sisters, because we like, listen, he need an auntie, a sister, or something, because we don't play. We're not gonna let you step out there. If we feel like you off just a little bit, we're gonna pull you to the side. Like, listen.
You have that strong cultural woman to stand behind him and tell him like, hey, I don't think that's a good look. That he could have ran, because I know he had to run that by them before he went out there and presented that. And whatever he did, he rolled with his own decision, or they didn't give him the right support that he was supposed to have. So, that's life.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff going on, right? So switch to some other stuff that people are talking about. That Black Twitter is talking about, this whole Will and Jada and August situation. So August comes back through and puts out a whole record. I think the song is called Entanglements featuring Rick Ross. Rose jumped on the record, okay? So I didn't know how to feel about that. I'm like, all right, it was a moment, whatever. But now that they're back together, it's like he put out this song that's gonna be like out there forever. So I didn't know how to feel about that. Holy Water, how do you feel about that move August made?
Oh, man, that is he. You know, he did one of the best moves, the oldest tricks in music. He put out some real interesting conversation, dialogue surrounding him. So when he dropped this song, everybody want to hear what he's talking about in the song. Like, he got to be talking about the relationship situation. So, but I'm not mad at him because that's his hustle. They should have. If that's what y'all was going through, I mean, it's not people go through stuff, so it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Like I said earlier in the interview, nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be. So if y'all had one flaw in front of the public eye, look how long y'all been looking great in front of the public eye. And y'all had just this one embarrassment. It's nothing that y'all came with. Y'all talked about it publicly at the table when she brought them to the table. They talked about it. They expressed what happened. And so, but still, who really cares? You know what I mean? They human beings, and you got to stop idolizing people and making them gods like they not supposed to have flaws. They human just like we human. So I mean, I'm not mad at them about it. They just experienced. I wouldn't even call it embarrassment. They just experienced life. That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. If people be acting like they don't be having all kinds of entanglements with people at work, okay, listen. People be acting like they don't have their own situation at home. That's the part that tripped me out, right? Yeah. And when you said that, it kind of reminded me like the whole Beyonce Lemonade thing. Everybody was like, she talking about what's going on, but like you said, that's the beauty about music. Like people connect to the music because it's about real life. It's about a situation, whether it be love, whether it be streets, whatever it is that you want to communicate, you can find it in the music. So that's the dope thing about that.
Yeah, looking old, you know what I'm saying, from all that stuff. They ain't got that going on. So these people don't know how to deal with stress or being down or the world being against them, against all odds, fighting and surviving. They don't know that. Only the coaching do. So they're trying to get in where they fit in, and eventually people come around. That's what anything you're doing. If you starting something and you going around, you telling everybody about it, and nobody they believing in you. I hear you. I'm gonna support you, whatever it is. And then when the day comes, they don't support you. So eventually, when they start seeing the pay, you ain't gotta ask them to do nothing now. They volunteer and everything. Hey man, I got you. Who's doing that? I'm want to be right there for the support. You can't be mad at them because you know what kind of people they already was until they showed you. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't believe it until they showed you. But you can't get mad if a snake bites you. That's a snake with venom. So why would you be even holding it anyway? You can't be mad at the snake. You got to be mad at you for taking that risk. So.
Exactly. Hey, listen, that's a major gem. If you ain't catch it, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, you know the vibes. So I want to get back to the music. I know we got a dope single of yours that we promoted today. So I definitely want to play that for the people, just a few. But tell us a little bit about how the single came about for you. Let me play some beats for you. Gotta play the beats that for the people I know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, whatever, because I use some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I don't know if we saying the same thing, but whatever it was, it sounded like we were saying the same thing. So like, I think you should drop it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go in there and drop the hook. I dropped the hook. I came back out, went back in. Like I came out, I got to do the verse to it. So I went back in, dropped the verse instantly. And it was all night. It was a hit. And it was everybody we let hit here. They like, it's a banger. That mug go crazy. And everybody be talking about the part, like, right on the back like a dolphin. Yee! They like that part right there. You know what I'm saying? They go crazy. That's the signature joint, especially it's in a video too. On YouTube right now, we're going crazy. So we're working. Okay. Yeah, we're working. That's a joint you can hear in the strip club. What's up? You been in the club at all, or you been like staying low key? You been kind of staying far away from that situation. Was big on that, you know what I'm saying? Okay. You know, type of joints, you know what I'm saying? But it never was my thing. I never was fascinated with it or seeing what I got out of being there. If it don't make sense, what's the sense of me spending money on something that don't make sense or being in anywhere that don't make sense for me to be in? So I just never really seen
I mean, I know people that go a lot, but I always tell them the same thing. Like, hey, what you get out of it? You know what I'm saying? So you're like, oh, man, be there, see them, they go crazy. Like,
You know, y'all, they might have seen me in there a couple times. You know, if you see me, just say what's up. You know, not too heavy, but I've been through there a couple times. You know the vibes. But no, for real. I think for me, you know, it's just a fun time. But you know, I don't be in there spending a whole bunch of money. I'm just there to have fun. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibes. It depends though. It depends on the situation and what's going on. But I think that a lot of times, you know, when the song bump in the strip club, you know, it's like, you know, you got one. But for me, I can't picture what it's like right now. They wear a mask. I mean, they masked up. You know, what's going on? They got lights on, hand sanitizer in there. They lights all in the pole. I don't know. Like, you gotta ask these questions.
I mean, with the right music, I guess it can be a relaxing environment. You know, if you vibe and you having a drink, you're just really chilling or whatever. It can be a nice, relaxing environment to be in. So I don't have nothing against it, like, or nobody that indulge in there anywhere working or visiting. Like, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's life. That's how they enjoy life. So I may enjoy life something different than with you, or they might enjoy life something different than me, or you know, that's their way of enjoying life. So I'm not knocking them at all.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to lay the footwork for this music so I can
Hey,
be like,
it is what it is. That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta do that. And then you know, the beauty about what we doing now is in the kind of new era hip hop. No matter what you like, you can be that. You know, if you like a whole bunch of different things, you can be that, and it still be dope and fly. You know, because there's so much going on right now. People are just kind of finding themselves and finding what works.
you're supposed to recognize, know that that's what you're doing as an artist. And a lot of people that's not really popping no words because they're not respecting their grind. You got great content. You're supposed to be out here grinding and trying to make sure everybody in the world that you can possibly touch can hear that one song and then hear the rest after that or whatever they're gonna do. But if you're not pushing and you're not grinding hard, then you just playing around with a hobby. You know what I'm saying? You turn your gift and craft into a hobby, something that you were supposed to master and put it out here for everybody to hear. That's what we are. We're vocal people. Artists are, we really the spokespeople for rap. We the spokeschildren for rap and hip hop and all of that because this is what we doing. We out here doing this. Nobody else but the artists. We out here doing it. You're not pushing your content, then you just turn your gift and your craft into a hobby.
Yeah, that's it. Period. Period, Pooh. He said it. If you ain't, you know, if you ain't touching people, what you doing? And if they ain't talking about you, what you doing? It's like no matter what they saying about you, they at least gotta have your name in their mouth, because that's how you get hot, right? So it's. I mean, even with, you know, I think what's happening with Kanye is like a little extra, but even with him, everybody's talking about it, right? August, everybody's talking about it. So it's like certain, you know, certain people know how to make things shake and get you talking. So sometimes it's a little bit of entertainment that's going on in the mix, you know.
They doing it for a purpose. If Kanye drop an album right now, that thing gonna go through the ceiling just because he dropped it. Because they want to know what is he talking about on that joint. Is this the same Kanye? Is they gonna be like me and you? Is the Kanye college dropout come back, or is it this new Kanye? You know what I'm saying? So people gonna want to hear. He know what he's doing too. He might have an album in the works and it just drop out of nowhere and everybody's streaming. You get what I'm saying? So.
Exactly. Which he probably will. We listen. We're gonna see in a couple days. And remember, Holy Waddah, we talked about this. We're gonna see in a couple days if he drop a new project. You feel me? So okay, cool. So if you could have a chance to work with anybody in the industry, who's somebody you want to collab with?
I respect got his own originality, his own character. That's what makes him an artist. He got that. Sound is different. You can't have a sound different than everybody else's sound. Like, really, not in a bad way, but as far as the flow, it's associated itself from the A because he was that original when he came. You see what I'm saying? And people like, oh man, he from Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? So does he sound like he from where everybody from? You know what I mean? So I love to do a song with him. I love to see what his visual content would would be that we can make together, what kind of creativity we can do and visualize and make a hot track. I would love to do something. That'd be awesome. Real good.
Okay, that's a bet. So word on the street is I heard you were supposed to be on tour, but COVID got in the way. Tell us a little bit about that.
We were supposed to be going to Asia.
To Asia, okay.
But COVID, unfortunately, COVID came and it stopped a lot of stuff, not for just me, but for all artists that's out here trying to get the money on the road and we hit the small town. I mean, I'm trying to hit the towns that all the big artists not able to hit or they choosing not to let them know that we still got fans over here. I mean, it's about getting paid, but it's not just about getting paid. It's about being able to reach out and touch your fans or give one of them a hug or something like that with the mask on. However the situation goes, you touching them, let them know you appreciate them coming out as a fan. And so that's what I want to do. I want to hit major states and cities, but I don't want to stop there. I'm trying to go all across the country, everywhere. So that tour would have really put us in a position where we was everywhere outside of the states. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's a tough thing, but we still got different things going on because you still got to keep your grind and your hustle going strong. You can't let one thing stop you and put all your eggs in one basket. That's how my grandma used to say. Like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So.
Okay. And you got to get creative. You got to get innovative. I mean, I was having this conversation with one of my homegirls. Like, we were just saying how things changed so much. Like, I know when I was in, like, I don't know, elementary school, I never thought that, like, a car will park itself. Like, it's like you never think that how crazy things could get. So when you think about stuff like that, it's like you got to get creative and innovative because things change. Sometimes things get a little weird, like things are weird right now with COVID and how you gotta move, but it's like I think that I guess the good old cliche, only the strongest survive. It's like you gotta find a way to make it shape even under the circumstances. So it's crazy out here.
That's what life is. It's survival of the fittest. So whatever you're doing, make it survive. Write memoirs or whatever you're doing. Even if you're selling icy cups in the neighborhood, you're supposed to make sure you're the number one icy cup person and everybody coming to get your product. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how you're supposed to be in life. You're supposed to keep pushing, keep grinding, keep pushing. It's gonna get rough. It always get rough. Like, man, this ain't happening. I need to do something else. No, you keep. That's when you go hard. Like, that's when you really go hard. Right when you think you're gonna give up, or you feel like you're gonna give up, you give your all. 190%. If that's what you gotta give, and it's gonna start.
Exactly. At least us, our people, we used to survive. You feel me? So now the rest of the world, they joining the party. We used to get it out the mud. What's good? It's a vibe.
Over there where they had to start hanging, we see they living. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to play the record in a few minutes, but I just want to thank you, Holy Waddah, for being such a dope guest on the show today. Yes.
We're doing a lot of big things. Lady Love, that's my partner and manager and everything in this world. She got her beauty line coming out, Lisa Stone. So it's gonna be going real crazy. We got a lot of ventures, a lot of hustles, a lot of things going on. We trying to really for real, we're gonna build this empire. We're gonna do it together.